So this just appeared in the Daily Mail. The U.S. government is spending $1 million of American taxpayer money to fund experiments on dangerous bird flu viruses in collaboration with Chinese scientists.
Wait, when did you say this appeared? This is from 10 years ago, 5 years ago?
Just appeared on the 16th. What is this, the 20th?
What's happening? Come on, man.
The research involves infecting ducks and geese with different strains of viruses to make them more infectious and study the virus's potential to jump into mammalian hosts.
Okay.
Why are they continuing to do this? Why? When will they learn? This is not a good idea. You're not helping here. It's being funded through the U.S. Department of Agriculture, and collaborating studies will take place at sites in Georgia, Beijing, and Edinburgh in Scotland. It comes despite similar research being restricted in 2022 and growing concerns that dubious Chinese studies may have started the COVID pandemic. Duh! Specific viruses the researchers will work with include H5N6, H7N9, and H9N2, which is my personal favorite. A 2023 study described H5N6 viruses as highly pathogenic with the ability to cause neurological complications in humans. Oh, all right, well, and we're making them deadlier and more viral. So that's good.
But that's okay, because if they do create something like this, like something similar to COVID, just sit back and wait for the vaccine. That'll come along and enrich those that are pushing it. I mean, fix the virus and get it out of your system and stuff.
Yeah, right. That's what you meant.
Yeah.
Republican Senator Joni Ernst of Iowa wrote a letter Thursday to Tom Vilsack, the Secretary of the U.S. Department of Agriculture, seeking more information about the department's ongoing funding of the research. I was troubled to learn from the nonprofit group White Coat Waste Project that the USDA is supporting experiments involving a highly pathogenic avian influenza virus that poses a risk to both animals and humans.
You need to stop worrying so much.
Yeah, come on. Further, alarmingly, one of the researchers being funded by the USDA grant is Wenju Liu, who was recently listed as being affiliated with the Wuhan Institute of Virology Center for Biosafety. Okay. Mega Science Key Laboratory of Special Pathogens. Okay. Yeah, that went really well last time.
All right, again.
What could go wrong?
Again, I ask, pull back on the xenophobia. I can sense it building.
These experiments with China involve animals infected with highly pathogenic avian influenza, including potential pandemic pathogens that have already caused outbreaks and killed humans. Joni, shut up.
Right.
One of the researchers collaborating on the project is, of course, Wenju Li, or Liu, who is affiliated with the WIV, that's the Wuhan Institute of Virology, and is a member of the board of the scientific journal working with Zhang Shi, who is known as the Bat Lady for her extensive work on bat coronaviruses. Remember? In the beginning of COVID, they were saying that this was spread by bats. That was one of the ways they thought it might have happened.
Sure.
Ernst's letter stated the USDA research will involve infecting ducks and geese with bird flu viruses in gain-of-function experiments to make the disease more transmissible and infectious.
Why?
That's such a great question. Why would you do this?
Why?
Why? What is the point here? Well, because we just want to be prepared. Why don't you let nature run its course?
Yeah, I mean, if the answer is,
my gosh,
we want to make bioweapons to help America defend itself. I don't.
The answer
trust
is no
you
on that.
with
No,
anything.
I don't.
I don't even trust this government to understand the difference between right and wrong. Can we put the map up? Wait till you see where your tax dollars are going throughout China. Okay. This is fun. Look at all these places.
Oh, there's a bunch.
These are recent U.S. taxpayer-funded animal experiments in China. Look at that. $1.9 million grant to Peking University. 28 sorry. Oh, okay. So they got, okay, I got you now. So $500,000 of the $2 million grant, nearly $1 million of a $29 million grant, $216,000, $1 million,
still funding the Wuhan Institute of Virology.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Will we ever learn a single lesson in this country?
Just leave that up for a second, Joe.
Oh my gosh.
So, okay.
It's incredible.
You pointed out Wuhan. I haven't seen this, but look at this. It says, drilling holes into the skulls of mice, rats, and tree shrews to inject herpes viruses into their brains.
Oh, that's fun.
What the? Okay.
How'd you like to be one of the rats?
Yeah, thank you. Cutting out baby mice brain.
No, thank you.
This is just insanity.
Wow.
All of this is insanity.
Yes, it is.
What are we doing?
Yes, indeed.
We are a nation that has lost its way.
Holy
and meanwhile, you remember back
and you would think people would be up in arms over this.
Oh gosh,
right?
It's so I don't know what I'm more frustrated by, the incompetence and the evil that runs our government,
or the lackadaisical attitude of Americans. We don't care about anything anymore.
You remember early on when the COVID outbreak started and China said, "Hey, look at University of North Carolina. That's where it came from."
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, we got you, China. And then it turned out, oh, yeah, there's a lot of connections there with the University of North Carolina and China and the development of these bioweapons. But this is interesting. This was posted yesterday by Robin Minotti on Twitter. And here's what the tweet says. Why was Ralph Barrick, a virologist, in direct and ongoing communication with an FBI special agent about the origin of COVID-19? And this is a letter this is dated February 16th, Pat. This is just last week from the Select Subcommittee on the Coronavirus Pandemic, talking about a special agent that was in direct and ongoing communication with Dr. Barrick. And they're saying, you've been ignoring us for a year on giving us this information to this subcommittee. You've got till March 1st, and then, of course, nothing will happen. Mm-hmm. But they said, then we'll have to begin the compulsory process. Anyway, so... What happened at the University of North Carolina in relation to COVID, and why is the FBI involved? The days of trusting our government with anything are long gone. Mm-hmm. Long gone.
That's really sad. It's really sad. You have to be suspicious of everything they do now.
Yep.
And we continue to be proven right on all this stuff. How many times have we said this was released from Wuhan, it happened from China, then we were racist for saying that, then it pretty much was proven, right? Everybody started confirming the fact that, yes, that's exactly what happened. We've been saying all along that there are real serious issues and side effects from the vaccine. Over and over and over, they've told us, no, stop with your conspiracy nonsense. There's nothing wrong. It's safe and effective. Well, the effective thing went away a long time ago. It's not effective. It wasn't 100%. It wasn't 95%. It wasn't 30%. I don't know what the actual number turned out to be, but almost everybody I know, not almost, everybody I know, vaccinated or not, got COVID. So what was the point of the vaccine? What was the point? It didn't protect anybody. It didn't stop the virus at all. Well, it stopped people from getting more sick than they would have and being killed by it. Did it, though? No, that was the mutation of the virus itself. It got less virulent. It got less deadly. It was still very viral, but it was less deadly. That happened on its own because that's what happens usually to the viruses. They get less and less deadly as time goes on.
No, instead, the vaccinated became these laboratories for these different editions of COVID. Mm-hmm. The supercharged variants is what became the. And did I see? Is it 85% of Americans got at least one of the shots? Is that right? Is that? I think that's right.
I don't know.
So
that's a lot.
85% of this country, in the back of their mind, if they're not feeling it overtly, they're stressing out. Mm-hmm. I swear.
Yeah. And they told us, no, it's safe. Okay, so the last domino to fall was that it was safe because effective was blown completely out of the water.
Yeah.
So it's safe. It's not causing anybody any problems. And if you say it is, you're a conspiracy right-wing MAGA nut. Well, how is that a MAGA thing when Donald Trump is super proud of the vaccine? It's stupid to begin with. To this day. Yep.